Okay, today again there is the topic electricity and magnetism. We will do this chapter in a revised manner. So to do revised electricity and magnetism, so I have taught you the static electricity, the current electricity, the ampere, the current electricity. So little bit I am doing again revision. So the electricity I equals to Q by T, that I had told you. I, that means stands for electricity, Q stands for charge, and T stands for time. So your chapter from the electricity and the magnetism, so T equals to time. So in order to, if we need to give definition, what I had told, electric current can be defined as the rate of the flow of charge per unit time. So rate of flow of charge, I am writing here, rate of flow of charge per unit time, through a conductor. So that is said to be the electric current. Okay, the definition we got, and again means while writing the unit I had told you the unit for charge, that is the coulomb, that is the unit for charge, any kind of charge, and time, that is the second. Okay, so coulomb per second, that is said to be the unit of electric current. So whenever I have told you many times, whenever there is a unit is written with two or more quantity, in most of the time means what we do that we replace it by a single term. So that is the time now, coulomb per second, and that will be the called ampere. So in order to define ampere, what will be the definition of ampere? So if 1 coulomb of charge flows through a conductor per second, so the amount of electricity produced is said to be 1 ampere. So that will be the amount of electricity produced. So obviously this one you know very well, you have your missed video, you have gone through it, just I have revised it. Okay, now next one is the primary cell, and next one is the secondary cell. Primary cell, what I have told, a cell, a storing device that convert chemical energy into the electrical energy, that is called cell. And whenever two or cell, so first one is the cell, so primary cell and the secondary cell. To cell, a storing device that convert the chemical energy stored in it into the electrical energy, that is called cell. And after that cell, now we have primary cell. Now we have another word, that is the battery. When two or the more cells are connected, two or more. So when two or more cells are connected together, that is said to be the battery. And in order to understand cell more, so we have the battery, and what is the difference between this cell and battery? So no difference. Obviously cell for the small power generation it miss kya jayega, and battery for the kya jayega, use power generation, it can only limit, it has a limit, it can be used in a broad way, it have a more capacity than a cell, and both do the same thing, convert the chemical energy stored in them into the electrical energy. Now we have the primary cell and the secondary cell. Primary cell, the cell that can be used only once, it can miss electricity or the charge cannot be fit to them. So if once they are used, they will be get discharged, and after discharge there is no need of that, you will have to throw it. Okay, so we can also call it use and throw cell, that is also called primary cell. So that means the chemical energy, it has a particular amount of chemical energy fed to them, and whenever that chemical energy is utilized into that, converted into the chemical energy has been utilized, so this cell is no longer of no use, you will have to throw it. Okay, secondary cell, a cell that can be recharged again and again. That means there is the only one way reaction, irreversible reaction. That means reaction only take place in one direction. So that's why when used, you cannot be reverse it. So secondary cell, so a cell that can be used again and again, that is said to be the secondary cell. That means the chemical energy fed to them, they get converted into the electrical energy, and again electrical energy can be feed it to convert it into the chemical energy. So it is not a irreversible reaction, it is a reversible reaction. It is a two-way reaction take place here. So that's why chemical changes into the electrical and electrical changes to the chemical. So it two-way reaction is here. So that is again one more thing we will revise it here. The dry cell, okay, dry cell, the cell in which the chemicals, the substances are fed in the क्या जाएगा dry state, that what there should to be the dry cell. Okay, next one, अच्छा, good conductor, bad conductor, that you know very well. Good conductor or bad conductor. Conductor means what? Any substance that allow heat and electricity to pass through them are said to be the conductor. So any of the substances, and any substances that do not allow are said to be क्या कहलाएगा, bad conductor or insulator. For bad conductor we have the another word, insulator that do not allow electricity to pass through them, that is said to be insulator. Okay, now what special quality do the conductor have, so that they are able to conduct and means insulators are not able to conduct? So every conductor have a free electron. So if they have free electron, only in that case they will able to conduct electricity. If they do not possess free electrons, they will not able to conduct electricity. So every conductor have every substances that conduct electricity in the metallic state or in the solid state, that must have the free electron. And again electricity passes through the electrolyte also. Electrolyte, a chemical solution, that is called electrolyte also, but there is the due to the presence of ions. So electricity mainly flow due to the only two things, either due to the presence of ions or due to the presence of free electrons. And the next thing that we will revise today, that is magnetism. The property of a magnet to attract other magnet or the magnetic substance towards it is said to be the magnetism. Magnetism can be natural, magnetism can be artificial. Artificially, the most common method, that is the electric current. So if the by passing electric current magnetism is produced, the magnetic means behavior is produced in a substance, that is said to be the electromagnetism. That means magnetism has been obtained, magnetic quality has been obtained in a substance due to the passage of electric current. So under that situation it is said to be the magnetism, and the substances, the magnet at that time is said to be electromagnet. And means we have the two kinds of artificial magnet and the natural magnet, and there are certain qualities of the magnet. It has the directive property, magnet. So any of the substance that has the attractive power and that on pointing freely always suspend in north south direction are said to be magnet. So we have magnet. So in case of magnet we have certain quality of it. First of it, directive property. So directive property, what are the directive property? That means whenever magnet is suspended freely, they always points in north or south direction. That is the directive property. Second one, poles always exist in pair. That means whenever you break a magnet. Suppose we have a magnet and having the north and south pole. This one is the north pole and this one is south pole. So if you break it, that means north pole will be at this side and south pole will be at this side, and the magnet, the half piece of the magnet only will have only one pole. No. So whenever a magnet is broken at the end where we break it, at that end automatically two poles develop. So a magnet always have its pole in pair. And third one, attractive property. Magnet attract a magnetic substance and also other magnet whenever opposite poles are brought together, opposite. And next one, the most relevant property of the magnet, that is the repulsive property, and it is the test for magnet. That means whenever the similar poles, same poles of the magnet are brought together, suppose north or south and south or south. So whenever the similar poles of the magnets are brought together, so they will repel each other, and whenever opposite poles will brought together, they will attract. And electromagnet, and why there is need to prepare artificial magnet when means we have natural magnet, so why there was need to prepare artificial magnet? So there was certain disadvantage of the natural magnet. First of all, the natural magnet has their own strength, and the strength of the natural magnet cannot be altered. That means it cannot be increased or decreased. But so our requirement for the different purpose is different. So having the fixed strength magnet, that cannot be used for that purpose. Also, the natural magnet, the magnet found in the nature are in limited quantity, but we have a huge use of the magnet. So that's why artificial magnet is needed to be prepared. And obviously the third point, okay, means quantity. Next is the shape and size of the natural magnets are fixed, and if we change the shape of the natural magnet, means a large amount of the magnet, that will be of no use. That means suppose we have this kind of magnet, and we are going to do it, we are going to cut it into this shape. So a huge amount of magnet, lots of magnet will will be of no use. It will become a dust like particle, so it will be of no use. So that's why for the kya jayega. So natural magnets are always not found in proper shape and size. So for that purpose also artificial magnets are needed to be prepared. And the last region and the most important region, and polarity of a natural magnet cannot be changed, but polarity of the artificial magnet can be decided according to us. So that is the main reason to prepare artificial magnet. So in magnetism, in next we will revise another chapter.